Hello and welcome to this informative video on 20 tips to survive a wild animal attack. These tips are essential for anyone who loves to explore the great outdoors and wants to be prepared for any unexpected encounters with wild animals. Tip number 1. Stay calm. If you encounter a wild animal, it's important to remain calm. Panicking will only make the situation worse. Take deep breaths and try to assess the situation calmly. By staying calm, you will be better equipped to react appropriately and make the right decisions. Tip number 2. Make yourself visible. If you are in the presence of a wild animal, make yourself visible. This will give the animal a chance to identify you as a human and avoid you. Wave your arms, speak in a loud, assertive voice and make yourself as big as possible. This will show the animal that you are not afraid and may deter an attack. Tip number 3. Keep your distance. Maintain a safe distance from the animal, at least the length of a football field or more. Wild animals are less likely to attack if they have enough space to retreat or escape. If the animal approaches you, slowly back away and try to increase the distance between you and the animal. Tip number 4. Do not run. Running may trigger a chase response in the animal and it may attack you. Instead, walk away slowly and calmly. Do not turn your back on the animal and do not make any sudden movements. Keep your eyes on the animal and be prepared to defend yourself if necessary. Tip number 5. Know the animal's behavior. Before you go on a hike or camping trip, research the local wildlife and learn about their behavior. This will help you to identify potential dangers and understand how to react if you encounter a particular animal. Tip number 6. Keep food secure. Store your food in a bear-proof container and dispose of your waste properly. This will reduce the chances of an animal approaching you in search of food. Keep a clean camp and avoid cooking or eating near your tent. Tip number 7. Make noise. Make noise while hiking. This will alert animals of your presence and they will be more likely to avoid you. Sing, clap, or use a whistle to make noise. This will also make it easier for your hiking partners to find you if you get separated. Tip number 8. Carry pepper spray. Pepper spray can be an effective deterrent against wild animals, but be sure to use it properly. Know how to use it and carry it in an easily accessible place. Do not rely solely on pepper spray and be prepared to use other methods of defense if necessary. Tip number 9. Wear bright colors. Wear bright colors to make yourself more visible to animals and reduce the chances of an attack. Avoid wearing earth tones or neutral colors, as these can make you blend in with the environment and increase the chances of an animal approaching you unnoticed. Tip number 10. Avoid dawn and dusk. Most wild animals are most active at dawn and dusk. Try to avoid hiking or camping during these times. If you must be out during these times, be extra cautious and make noise to alert animals of your presence. Tip number 11. Use a stick. Carry a stick or hiking pole, which can be used as a tool to fend off an animal. A sturdy stick can also be used to make noise and create a barrier between you and the animal. Tip number 12. Know first aid. If you do get bitten or attacked, it's important to know basic first aid and how to treat the wound. Know how to clean and dress a wound and seek medical attention as. Tip number 13. Avoid contact with young animals. If you encounter a young animal, it's best to avoid contact. The mother may be nearby and could attack you if she perceives you as a threat to her young. Tip number 14. Avoid wearing perfume or scented products. Avoid wearing perfumes or scented products when in the wilderness. Strong scents can attract wild animals and increase the chances of an encounter. Tip number 15. Know how to identify dangerous animals. Learn to recognize the signs of dangerous animals, such as aggressive body language or vocalizations. This will help you to identify a potential threat and take appropriate action. Tip number 16. Use a flashlight at night. If you are camping or hiking at night, use a flashlight to illuminate your surroundings. This will make it easier for you to see potential threats and avoid them. Tip number 17. Know self-defense techniques. Learn some basic self-defense techniques, such as how to fight back or how to defend yourself with a stick or other object. This will give you the confidence to defend yourself if necessary. Tip number 18. Have a plan. Before you go on a hike or camping trip, have a plan in case of an animal attack. Know what to do and where to go for help. Have a first aid kit, a whistle, and a cell phone with you in case of an emergency. Tip number 19. Know how to use a firearm. If you are carrying a firearm, know how to use it safely and effectively. Shooting a wild animal is a last resort and should only be done in self-defense. Tip number 20. Respect wildlife. Remember to respect wildlife and give them their space. Do not approach or feed wild animals. Observe them from a safe distance and appreciate their beauty and behavior from afar. That concludes our video on 20 tips to survive a wild animal attack. Remember, these tips are meant to prepare you for unexpected encounters with wild animals. By being informed and prepared, you can minimize the risk of an attack and enjoy the great outdoors safely. Thank you for watching and stay safe.